Let's imagine a world where we've handed our decision-making over to moral machines. It's 2035 and you've bought the latest fully autonomous and very expensive Tesla Model S. You're being autonomously driven down South Granville in the Vancouver rain, and suddenly a squirrel darts across your path. If your Tesla doesn't swerve, that cute squirrel becomes cute roadkill. If your Tesla does swerve, it increases the risk of a collision with a car in the next lane. So what would you want your car to do? How much risk is that little squirrel's life worth? All right, now imagine a more extreme situation. It's you and your family as passengers in the car. And the car has to decide between the lot of you and the life of a 9-year-old girl who's lost control of her bicycle. How much risk is that little girl's life worth? Now, these are abstract scenarios, the kinds that are based on thought problems debated over in our philosophy department. But if we decide to hand the keys over to the machines, these scenarios could become very real very soon. Driverless cars may be the first consumer product that deliberately harms its owner against her wishes. Today, we trust AI algorithms to give us movie suggestions on Netflix or to filter spam out of our email. The moral issues here are familiar ones: privacy, corporate power, etc. But tomorrow, really just later this afternoon, artificial intelligence will be used to make decisions involving life and death, distributing risk on our roads, but also deciding who gets priority for an organ transplant, or who gets parole, and who gets a longer jail sentence. These issues involve complex ethical trade-offs, and we are right to be apprehensive about handing that morality to the machines. But our very worry creates its second-order ethical challenge. Human decision-making is flawed and biased in a million different ways. Psychologists joke that the opposite of artificial intelligence is natural stupidity. And human drivers leave a lot to be desired. Other drivers, of course, not you. The artificial intelligence promises to be better, but that promise can only be achieved if people are happy with the moral decision-making embedded in the technology. If we aren't happy with it, we as consumers and voters will find a way of opting out, either by supporting policies to ban the technology or just choosing not to buy the cars and leaving all those promised benefits on the table. In that sense, we aren't blindly yielding morality to the machines at all. The very viability of moral machines depends on us finding a way to make sure the ethics baked into our technology is aligned with the ethical preferences of people like you. And that's why here at UBC, moral psychologists like myself are trying to bring these two closer together. Maybe that means changing the technology to be more similar to what people currently morally support, or maybe it means educating the public to draw their ethical principles closer to those that are championed by the technologists and the philosophers. Either way, as stakeholders in this future, your morals matter now more than ever. They will guide the direction of the newly possible. Thank you.